cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
Fired up, boy. Fired up. F you.
I just love this movie that they have us believe that these two 30-year-old motherfuckers are in high school.
Well, you're just going to lead off with that.
Hell yeah.
Now, the thing is their age actually kind of works in this because there isn't a single goddamn thing about this movie that is at all realistic. This movie's not a teen comedy as much as it's a teen fantasy.
Yeah, it's an alternate universe where you graduate high school at 38. Your two leads here are Nicholas D'Agosto and Eric Christian Sison, I think.
You've seen them around in various things, but who they are doesn't
even matter.
This is a movie that isn't about having big name stars. This is a movie that is entirely about putting pretty people together and letting them have sex in a PG-13 movie. This is one of those old Willie Ames, Scott Baio movies from the 80s.
Sure.
Except there's no nudity. And it's all about these two guys scoring, but you never see the on-screen score.
He nailed it right there. This is a movie about two guys. They are the star football players on the team. Now get this. You are the
they are football players.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are. You are the star football players on the team. So they decide to say, you know what? Any kind of scholarship, anything we can have, we're going to go to cheer camp. Why? Because there are girls there.
But if you're the star football players, you're going to get girls anyway.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I don't know, man. This was much more interesting to me when I was watching it and thinking these two guys are gay. I mean, think about it. They quit being football players to be cheerleaders. They do everything together. You never see them have sex. It always cuts before that happens. One of them has a blonde perm, and they're very comfortable being naked around each other. These two guys are doing each other, and I'm fine with that. I can't wait for the DVD where they have the alternate ending explaining all that.
But they deliver the jokes so well that they work. It's a lot of juvenile PG-13 humor, but it made me laugh regardless.
The last for me were, like I said, I don't want to say this movie was bad, because it's not, but for me getting a hard laugh, they were kind of far and few in between. John Michael Higgins, who...
Oh, that guy's he's brilliant.
Yo, I just remember that he was Jennifer Aniston's gay brother,
Yeah.
who beat Vince Vaughn's ass
Yeah.
in the breakup. In this movie, he comes out and he is the head cheerleading coach, and
He's perfect for that.
He is hilarious
Yeah.
in this, and I was laughing my ass off whenever he was on the screen.
Sure, I'll teach you how to do the Fountain of Troy. Then I'm going to teach you how to put makeup on a bear. Absolutely not. Not only is that move nearly impossible to execute, it's extremely dangerous. That move is prohibidado.
What?
Prohibidado. And I say that in Spanish because that's how exotic and not allowed it is. You can't even say Fountain of Troy at this cheer camp. Go say it. No, stop it! What are you doing? Shut up! Shut up and Josh!
Lost his mind.
Most films would have this be kind of the Ashton Kutcher, Sean William Scott school of dumbassery, and instead you totally get these guys. These guys are really charming.
Yeah, but these guys are kind of like the poor man's Ashton Kutcher, right down to talking in that annoying voice. Yowzy, bro.
The only reason why they started playing football to begin with was to get laid. These guys' whole mission in life is to get laid. But this movie was made for girls, not for guys. So we have to have the turn in which they start to realize that there's more to life than just booty.
Well,
You don't realize that in high school.
But these guys apparently,
these guys
aren't in high school.
Yeah, these guys have obviously flunked about 10 times. So this movie, they had girls come out of this movie saying this was funny, so maybe they got something. Maybe they're saying this is a way to make a teen sex comedy to bring in girls, make it PG-13 so teens can see it with their dates. But you know what? I would say it's cute. I think it's a perfect rental. Now, if you're a teenager, yeah, I think a matinee would be good for you too. But I myself cannot go that far to give it that much credit.
I think it's a strong matinee. I think it's a funny film. I think even if you're an adult, you can enjoy it. It's a funny movie. It's definitely not a full price film. It's not great. Its flaws are visible from 100 yards away. But it is what it is, and it hits all the things that it's trying to do.
Personally, I feel like if they were going to do this, I would have enjoyed it more had they taken it to the R-rated level. They got a scene where a girl is in the water and she takes her top off, and right when she's about to come out of that water, they cut before the nipples come out, and I'm just like, all right, you lost me.
Damn, you had your pants undone and everything. That's like a penguin blowjob.
Try to make it real.